We're in the middle of a trial. We're in the middle of the fourth trial as well, I guess, which is Sakura's trial. I never started in the middle of the trial before, so I'm worried I'm going to mess it up. Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein. I also think I'm going to forget what happened. Little details. So we'll see how that goes.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
I forgot the voice actor in the trials. I don't know why my brain, whenever I start this game, it's like I haven't played in 3 million years.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Okay, well, so Hina is definitely not the culprit.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
I don't know who, I have my suspicion of what happened, but I don't know, but I kind of just want to, because that's such a strong, bold claim, I think it's leaning towards what my suspicion is, but I also kind of just think that's really sus for Byakuya, so I'm gonna blame Byakuya.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Like, I think, does he have an alibi? Yes, because does he? He could have just walked up after. I can't remember anything.
Well, right away I went to section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told me.
Is a bunch of bullcrap. No, I'm kidding.
First you went to section C to get the poison. Then moved to section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from section C to section A. Do I have that correct?
This is about the footsteps, I feel.
Yeah.
But if that's true, I mean, couldn't she have just dropped it? Drop the bottle herself? I don't know. Isn't that a little strange?
Can you repeat that series of events one more
Oh my god.
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
Big Mac. That's...
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Well, you idiot. I mean, you're the one that told me to make the freaking map. Like, how long? Until we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. I would love to just, like, not have any inner dialogue. It's just his face. Like, how long are you gonna wait? And then it's just, like, silence as he's staring at Byakuya. Not until I uncover the truth of this case. Make your argument. Okay. Okay, so it's definitely the footsteps, because they literally showed me the footsteps. I think.
First I went to section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And then?
I moved from section C to section A.
No, it's wrong.
I hope the rest of it was just,
You said you went to get
the same
poison
stuff.
in section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
But Sakura had yellow on the top of her foot, right? That seems a little sus. But there's no other footsteps if she did drop it on her foot. Seems a little weird that there was nothing there, but maybe that's just video game logic. Like, should we ignore it?
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from section C to section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from section C to section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Yeah. So how did she get the poison?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was just nervous, so I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, sure, blame her.
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple.
if you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
All this, footprint talk and everything just reminds me of Knives Out, which is a very good movie, by the way. Where it talks about her. What? It was one thing. It just, I don't know if it's a spoiler because it is a murder mystery, but footprints and shoes were a very small part of it.
Had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to section A. So you never went to section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved section A.
Well,
What the hell? What's going on here?
Why is he so out of it? Like, he's been wrong before. Like, why is he so agitated now? He's been wrong on other cases.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account. Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Oh?
Did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Oh, drag him. Maybe because he got slapped and everything, he's just getting shaken up, but that's such a weird thing that, like, he's shaken up from everything. I don't know. This, I mean, yeah, this is poor devastation for him because rude. But I meant earlier, why was he so, like, it can't be. What's the meaning of this? It's like, well,
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
a piece of glass.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle.
You drank glass? Dude, that's worse than drinking powder. He drank a whole thing of powder, which is not good. That cinnamon challenge all over again, but not just powder. But still, not great. But not only did you chug powder, you also chugged glass with the residue of poison. One of those things were going to kill you, dude.
And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder.
Again, you could have swallowed glass. Like, I know that's a pretty significant chunk, but if you have this much and it's little shatters everywhere, you drank glass. He's gonna die. That's the next death, is him just bleeding internally.
I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
Oh, there is drama going on with Kyoko and Braca. I didn't realize it was going to happen.
What is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
You're gonna die because you drank glass. Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Why is he, again, it's just very angry. The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison poison bottle dark, window light, bottles with chess pieces are red. I think I remember now, I broke something with the same shade of blue. It was the window.
I got it!
Mini glass.
Part of the window from the rec room door, right?
This is just like the glass case. Everything was just broken glass.
The window? The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass in the window get inside this bottle of poison?
Okay. So Hina, I guess the poison bottle was on the floor when we broke it. The glass in the rec room. Glass got in. Okay. And so Hina grabbed it?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told
Oh
us,
god, my hearts are there. Has my hearts always been there? Maybe. Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, Section A.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room.
That doesn't explain why she didn't have a comeback then for saying hero being, or somebody saying something like, oh, okay, then let's move on, or whatever, from Sakura. I guess maybe she is set on this. Because even if I'm like, oh, I don't know what her motive is, I'm confused about that. Because I have a suspicion that the locker room is not really a true locker room. It's going to be like the same situation like I mentioned last time with the book I read, where Sakura died alone in the room. And it's starting to look maybe like someone or she poisoned herself, and the poison was in the room. But it doesn't explain why Hina's so set on covering everything up, unless she doesn't want Sakura's honor destroyed if it was her killing herself. But also, what was I gonna say? Ooh, brain. Oh yeah, she locked the door herself. What was the point of this? Oh yeah, why, like, even if I was focused on, like, oh, my friend, gotta cover this up, I wonder if I instinctively still wouldn't have been like, I'm sorry, you're really gonna throw shade or throw nasty words at my friend? Like, no. But maybe Hina can hold her tongue better than I could. If I was Hina. Maybe Hina can hold her tongue better than I, if I was Hina, could hold my tongue. I'm not like Hina, though. Maybe? I don't know.
It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And now in Bracca's stomach.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there.
Oh, okay.
That had to be after the locked room was opened.
Oh,
In other words,
okay, yeah.
after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
I know, I figured out, Bracca.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? That can wasn't there when she died. How did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Is he upset because he, for once, realizes that he's not even close to knowing all the truth? Because at least previously he thought he knew, but now he like, oh no, I really don't know.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Was it even Genocide Jack when this all took place? It was Togo, was it not?
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Because she's better than you. Like a lot of people here. The reason she can say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can to the rec room after it was opened. Okay. I don't remember what my truth bullets are. Empty protein drink. Source of the powder. Chem lab shelf.
When it comes to that protein can,
Let me look. And underneath the container. Okay. So that means placed on top of the glass. Series of events. Door. Chair. Window. Punch through. Glass. Someone could have put it there, but couldn't it have just been on the chair and like we punched it and then we like shoved the chair? Like couldn't it have technically have rolled down? Anyways, nitpicking.
out in my mind.
If that's even what happened.
The locked room was unlocked. It absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying
Oh, maybe she just.
someone planted it there after we got the...
Oh, maybe she just saw it.
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked. No.
Like, well, that's the evidence, but I maybe if we're like, well, we didn't see it.
Broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Oh, he angry.
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
Yeah.
What?
Eh.
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Glass is finicky. Round bottles are finicky. But I see what they're saying. I'm going to go with it.
I see. So that's your explanation.
See, he's just so dismayed and shocked that he is wrong, but he's been wrong.
Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
Still could have been Toko.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
So what was in the bottle of... Are you gonna tell me that somebody actually drank just powdered poison? That's a lot of powder.
That's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not right. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
At least put it in some water, like,
Precisely.
I don't know. It's a lot of powder.
The poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was?
Okay.
Such a ridiculous fictionist.
So did it go bonk bonk poison?
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing.
Oh, okay.
We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
Oversaw that.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It must have been
I got it!
because she got the powder on the foot.
It's Sakura herself.
Huh? No Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself?
Okay. The reason why I didn't want to say it is because would they have called a class trial if this was the case? And it looking like yes.
What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying!
No.
Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now, I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Or is this a bullet time battle? Okay, God, how do I do this?
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong!
Can I?
I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're
Ow! Ah, heck. Oh, no. Am I good? Okay, wait. Yellow powder.
any kind of proof
Wait.
Sakura took the poison?
Oh, okay, I thought there was multiple. I was trying to switch bullets.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
No.
Did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
Does her shoe say Sakura on it?
That powder was yellow, wasn't it?
Yeah, but if she was at section, you can't really. Okay, if she's at section C, on the farmost side of the screen, and she dropped the bottle, right? You can see it. Then if it fell like this and powder went this way, she could be standing right there, but you don't see any footprints here where it landed on her foot. This is what I was trying to say earlier.
So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
I still don't understand why he's saying things like that, but we move on.
And it was only on our instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf was but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing,
Okay, so yeah.
which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself.
I guess if it poofed, it can poof onto her shoe.
But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
Okay. I get it. I see.
Any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place?
I think we figured it out.
The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, she can't even say it without tears in her eyes.
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura. The connection between Sakura, the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Is there a second way to explain it? Like, no, I think this is the right answer. I know that, but I'm saying that, like, because they gave me this answer.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
Because they gave me this answer. So obviously it's correct. But it's like one of those things where it's like, yeah, they repeat the same things over and over again. Like, like information over and over again to make sure you have the right information. But once you look at it as a whole, you're like, well, wait, what about blank? And obviously the game can't handhold you and tell you everything. It's like a lot. But like, technically, was there not the option of something else was going on, or, you know, different things? I guess with the shoe it's fine, but I'm saying the no, if they didn't have the shoe or something, I don't know, because like sometimes with other things it's like, well, you're supposed to forget about this. Like the first one with Leon with the trash room was such a big deal, but then the next murder, it's like, oh well, the tracksuit just disappeared, and it's like, well, wait, what about the whole thing about disposing of evidence? So far, disposing of evidence hasn't come up again yet in the same way, like a physical thing, gotta get rid of it.
Killer was Sakura? So you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life.
No one saw. Was this after she got her head hit twice? Because she moved from in front of the she moved from in front of the magazines, and then she was on the couch. So is when she went and got the poison? Just no one saw her walking around with blood going down her head? I mean, okay. I mean, I guess, but okay. But I think it's going well.
That explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course, Sakura wanted to create the locked room. Yeah. I mean, she did. Not wanted, she did.
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
Yeah.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did.
Yeah, Locked Room Mystery. Again, highly recommend Knives Out. It's a good one.
She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it.
Okay, so the poison was just on the floor.
At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room.
Okay. Thank you. Yes. I was talking about Knives Out. I love Knives Out. I want to watch it again. It fits so perfectly with this case. Okay, okay. Yeah, for me, it's a really good movie when I instantly watched the movie and I started looking up like the director and stuff because I wanted just to hear some behind the scenes from the movie. That's how I know. I'm like, yes, good movie, because like he apparently worked on like I wanted to know everything. So he was talking about the cameras he used instead of film. He used like digital and everything, and blah blah blah. And it was just a nice little interview. And that's how for me, that's how that's how I know I like something, is when I want to dig more into it. Yes, love it. Solid. There was no too much like nitpicking of it. Like solid.
And that was you, wasn't it, Tina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you?
But why?
When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door.
So is Kyoko's hair supposed to be silver or purple? Because here it's fully purple, or in the beginning of the game they said the silver hair girl, and I thought they were talking about Sakura, but they were talking about Kyoko.
Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. But later she said that she couldn't leave the body.
But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept.
I love that Brockman made me write this out. This was very funny to me. This little map.
There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
I found that in anime, silver hair usually is associated with wise characters. Yeah. Yeah. I used to be like, yeah, man, I know so much about anime, like, yes, and now, the older I get, the more, like, I'm just like, I didn't watch that many. Like, I still watch them, like, from time to time, like, I'm watching one right now, but it's very funny to me that I'm like, I guess compared to, like, people that don't watch anime, they're like, you watch so much anime, but I watched, it was a very funny, video of ProZD guessing anime openings, and I didn't know half the animes, and I definitely couldn't name all the anime openings, and I'm just like, never mind, I never watched an anime before in my life. So, but yeah, no, I do like a good anime, and silver hair is typically, it's kind of the same way in cartoons too, but in not the color, but the color plus age. So it's usually, I guess, associated with older. and wiser. Not just the color. Like a youngster with silver hair, we don't really have that. And even in cartoons in the West. I got everyone. Ah, ogre. So, she's dead. Okay, so it was Genocide Jill. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Sakura's been killed. I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, you should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
I wonder... So did Sakura confide in Hina? Maybe Hina saw her when she was getting the poison or something. Because she's been covering it up and knew that she was dead. So I wonder. Don't tell me. Obviously it's going to be explained in like 2 seconds.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation.
So was Hina there?
As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Oh.
No!
I think what I do like for a lot of these, or most of these, I think, if I'm not mistaken, deaths, or I guess kills, they're still like, you still sympathize with the killer, where, like with Mondo, like, I still really like Mondo despite him literally being a killer in this, and you still like sympathize, like you kind of sympathize with Leon too, where it's like, well, he just really wanted out and everything, and it just, I think the only one was kind of Celeste that didn't have that as much, but I think kind of showing the humanity around it and like the people around it, how they act, I think that's pretty well done, if I remember correctly.
I killed her! I did!
It's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Who's gonna get the punishment? Is there no punishment? Oh, okay. We're gonna make sure I got everything correct. Okay, notes, under doors. And then... Why didn't you start me from the beginning of the scrolling? Okay. Here, scene 2. She goes into the thingy. Locker. That's the word I'm looking for. Locker. She gets in there. She comes and sits down. Super cool style, super sexy with her arm over the couch. He's terrified. Takes the bottle and... No, wait. No, stop. That's the wrong piece. That's the queen. He has the knight. Takes a bottle. No, wait, that's the same image. Wait, no, take that back. Whoa, boom. Knight gets destroyed. He sees it. Goes, oh, dip. They're gonna figure out who did it. Toko. He runs because he straight up thinks he murdered someone. Feel bad about that. She sees the whole dang thing. And... Oh, wait. No, she's sweating in this. See, look, sweat, sweat. Oh, wait, she's sweating in this too. Does this look like hiding? No, it has to show what she's in. I feel like this is right. Those could be definitely switched. Like, those two definitely can be switched, but I think since we know this is a locker, we don't need the whole thing showing a locker when the other one were just showing where she was hiding. So I'm gonna stick with this way. I feel so bad because she gets up and realizes that she's there. This is really cute art. I like the art in the comic books. But she's bloody, which we didn't see in her dead body, but you know, it's fine. Takes the bottle. Boom. She's there. She cleans it up. Definitely hurts herself on the frickin' glass. She books it. She gets up yet again because she's a beast. Oh, she already had it. Okay, so she didn't walk bloodily. So she already had it in the room. Okay. So the events before giving out the notes, she went up, got the poison, spilled it. She was having a bad day. Real bad day, because she spilled the poison. She's like, oh my god. And then she probably felt guilty not cleaning it up, because I know I would. I have 20 minutes. I can talk as much as I want. I would feel bad being like, oh no, my friends now have to clean up my poison that I dropped. And then she's like, okay. And then she goes and she's like, I want to talk to these people. I don't know. Did it say why? I don't remember. For some reason, probably to like be like, hey guys, you know, final words, if she already had the poison in her hands. It was like, final words to them, maybe apologize for the spill upstairs that she didn't have time to clean up. She's there, she gets bonked by someone she gave candy to, and then she's like, yes, you know, like, we're having a good time, bonk, right? She gets up again, sees poor Toko, okay, and goes over and is like, hey, how's it going? I want to also give probably you a candy. Bonk again on the head. Okay, oh no, friend faints, wakes up, bonk again on the head. She's having a terrible time. She's now look, she's like, dude, I got hit twice. You know what? Screw you guys. Baraka never showed up. She's like, okay, look at that. We're done here. She's having a rough day, you know? Rough day. We show up. Why is Hina marked out? Wait, they're not gonna punish Hina for... They didn't punish Baraka. If they punish Hina, that was ridiculous. We see her... She... Oh, wait, no. She sees the poison. I thought this was taking it out of the pocket. No, she's putting the poison back into the bottle, into her pocket. So it must have, when she died, she just dropped onto the ground. Walks away. When they're like, oh, look at all them. Look at all that. She takes it out of her pocket. This time it's taking it out, not putting it in. I think those are... My brain went the opposite way for both of those, but okay. And drops it on the ground. If she gets punished for this, I'm going to be very sus. Very sus. By sus, I mean upset if they blame Hina for this. But they don't. But Baraka didn't get in trouble for the Mondo thing. This case began when Sakura asked a number of people. Yeah, okay.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Braco looks real evil in these.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others.
Well, two of them got early, I thought.
She got there one step ahead
Okay.
of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Okay, we were right.
She found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room.
Just imagine if she did, like, I made a joke, if she did get completely actually locked into that locker and she just was forced to just watch everything that happened. Just like, I'm in here. But she's also scared of Sakura, so just like watching it all happen, like hits with a bottle and then just like, oh no, but she also doesn't want to out herself as being locked in the locker. So then she just watches Sakura takes the poison and she's just stuck in there and they're like, what did you do? And it's like, I just sat here. I mean, at least then the whole trial would have been way easier, but just imagine, that would kind of be messed up.
Next to arrive was Hiro.
He was so nervous.
He mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. With that thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime.
Okay, but if it's Hina, I would be upset because Braca didn't die for messing up Shihiro's body.
He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura.
I do like that he tried to copy a previous case. I think that's really interesting. That's really fun. Just being like, oh no, you know, the hidden message, you know. I think that's really cool to be like, yeah, if you're not coming up with something yourself, it's easy to fall into the same thing that you see before. I think that's a really good way of doing it. I think that's really interesting. But yes, you're right. It does need a frame that says it's you.
To that end, he wrote down her name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down.
I mean, what are these, 16-year-olds? If people were actually reading those magazines, none of them would be in order anymore.
Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes.
I feel like she's a little bit more surprised than that, but yes, slowly opened her eyes.
She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and face. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the clean chest piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the record into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture.
The light makes sense. It's this, well, where my face cam is. The light coming from there kind of makes sense. That's how we discovered her body with that light.
And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide.
When did she figure it out? When did she learn?
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort was you.
Okay, so it's just who covered it up. It wasn't who
That's the
is getting punished, who is blackened. Okay. Well, that's the full truth of the case.
Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right? That's what happened?
Why is Barker so shaken up?
But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
You've never been right about any of the cases.
Huh? Oh, well, maybe
You still haven't realized?
You suck?
We don't all act according to
I'm sorry.
calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
That's why the detective from Knives Out was so good. He always thought about other people's feelings. Like, sincerely, he did. He was very sweet. B? I don't know what I did to deserve a B. $98.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point.
Okay, but how did he not know? The game's gonna have to tell me,
Did
right?
you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it.
Listen, Monica, there's a lot in this game, and each trial there's a lot of different points. We forgot about voting, okay?
Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the flapping?
Again, you know, but well, yeah, when I first saw that little, I'm like, did I have to get that right? Is it a mini game? And if I get it wrong, like, I lose the heart, because I was gonna I'm not gonna be able to do that. Does Monica ever walk down those stairs and like stand in that open area? Because like clearly someone's going to stand in that open slot, but like Monokuma isn't tall enough. But like the perfect stairway makes me think something about Monokuma.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Yeah, this. I thought I would have to like actually stop them at the right order. Wait, why is Monokuma on there? Has Monokuma always been on there? I knew Monokuma was gonna kill one of us.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence.
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So, that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand. Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have been dead along with the rest of us. And yet you... Why did you do that? Yeah, we're already, we're all... because it is saying the blackened being murdered. Because the blackened was murdered. Anyone who kills a fellow student becomes blackened will graduate unless they are discovered. Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it does say kill. You're right. Yeah. I wonder why. I wonder... Because that's why I was like, I'm like, no, that can't be it. There has to be something more, because I thought it wouldn't have been that. I thought it wouldn't be, like, a case and everything, because no one, as the regulation said, killed a fellow student, either way. Yeah. I guess I really need to see the game, like, why did she do that? Because I do want to kind of figure out why. But, yeah. I think, obviously, suicide is a very serious and a very heavy thing. So I need to know, it's kind of like with the Shihiro thing. I need to know what the game says on it first. I don't want to speak too early on that. Yeah, we almost died there. Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. Okay. You all killed her. So that's why I couldn't let her be the only one that died. You don't mean you were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins, because everyone, even me, we all killed her. Okay, Hina, no you didn't. I don't know why you think that, but no. Even if she was, like, felt that way, like, no, honey. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's... You still don't understand? Then, let me explain. Do you realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So I decided, nope. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... Okay. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. Oh, that's how she knew. Okay, so this is Sakura. Oh, that's so sad though. Because I thought Sakura, like, confided in her, but I guess Hina would have said to not do it, obviously. But that's how she knew that she was dead and didn't step to her body. That's Sakura's suicide note. Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me? You tried to protect me, but because of me? My closest friend got hurt? Sakura, because of me. My friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So, she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all game up on you at once, even you... Please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy. They're friends. Sakura. She completely believed in all of us. She believed in them so much, yet two of them bonked. The two people that visited her bonked her in the head with a bottle. I mean, to be fair, neither of them actually killed her, but Sakura was wrong. They two of them did hit her. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us, and yet, yeah. Okay, and that explains the light source being different and the discovery being different. You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, it's just a misunderstanding. Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. I mean, she already had the poison before then. So instead of just waiting around to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's how far you'd pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you? Oh, she did? She did get to say goodbye. Ooh. Okay, that's at least better. That's better. I think that's better. I think that's better than just not being, like, seeing her. Hina, you came. Wait, right here. I'll go get, I'll help you out. I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that? Oh, okay. A favor? I'd like some protein. Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang out, I'll be right back. It was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura.
Please.
Let me in, please. Open the door.
Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That weakness, that's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. You tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. That's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. She didn't hate any. She just said that they were friends. Like, no, she didn't hate any. Like, no. She believed in us. Like, she said it. She believed, but then she did get bonked twice. But she already had it. I feel like that's not true. I feel like that's not right, because if she already had the poison and she wanted to talk to them and she said don't think of them that way, she knew that's not. I don't think she had hate for anyone. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets, but even that got found out in the end. I wasn't able to do anything for her. I mean, that's not what she wanted you to do. I could never face her after this. I'm sorry to interrupt right now, but you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but that's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think that you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died? I was saying that, but not so meanly. What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant? Of course, I know what she was thinking, cause her and me. Well, what I'm really trying to say is, don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What's this? What if it was really like this? What is that? Isn't it obvious? A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. What? But Hina already... Oh, I wrote that one. That was all me, baby. This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room. Okay. That's kind of a dick move, Monokuma. That's... You're treading dangerously close to Baraka with Shihiro territory with that. That's just disrespectful. What then? You lied to me? Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit. I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. Would I don't really sign notes like that, I guess? I don't know, maybe I do. You filthy little... I'm not filthy, I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? Yes. Your action directly affected Hina and the class trial. Maybe not the outcome, because we are smart, big brain, but yes. The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in the will, I guess. The note. Heck, even if the note had factored in, it still wouldn't would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process, okay? And scene and cut. So then, what did she write in her real suicide note? I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my I mean, I thought you were not allowed to get involved, Monokuma. I thought you weren't allowed to get involved. I thought you... You can't... It directly affects things. If Hina got what she... If she did was a little bit... The footsteps, if she just went from cabinet C to A, like, actually, and then went left the room, and Sakura didn't have yellow on her shoes. We could have explained away the rest of it. I was kind of just like, oh, okay, kind of situation. We would have all died. Would that have been fun? Literally, no one would have survived. My angelic harmonic narrator voice. But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place? People going through mental hardship thought of it. And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies. I mean, yeah, it's not. Yes, it's unfortunate. Monokuma, you're starting to rub me the wrong way. Could you get on with it, please? Okay, geez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
Oh, that was it? I thought you would continue on. It was our first night in the strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
The mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
see, she had no hate in her heart. She felt guilty. That's how I came to feel. It was just guilt. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision.
I still don't understand why she couldn't... She? Still don't see why Monokuma couldn't have killed Sakura when Sakura attacked Monokuma during the scene. He said I couldn't do it. But why couldn't he do it?
I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
She just gave up her dojo. 300 years is a long time. Of course, because of that decision, of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic.
Of course,
I didn't hate
I
you.
understand if you all hate me. All
Mm-mm.
of this is because of my own weakness.
No, honey. We love you. Well, I love you. I don't care about the others. I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you.
Okay,
That's
so
what I had in mind.
so no guilt, just, and not even anger at them. Just guilt, no anger at them for attacking her. But unfortunately, that's not enough. This wouldn't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me.
Yeah, slap him again, he sucks.
Which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
No, you're not. I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is
Oh, okay, I see. Kill someone and she's like, ha ha ha.
myself.
I'll kill myself. Got it. So, a little bit of guilt? A little bit of following the rules but also breaking them? If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe. I wouldn't trust. Yeah, see, the thing is, he makes you nitpick the rules and, like, really analyze them. I don't think he will do the same. If he has your dojo, if he has that control, he's not going to, honey. No. Then my dojo will be safe. And above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. No one better kill each other after this. She sacrificed way too much. My love. You know, like, you better all behave. Looking at you, Baraka. When I die, the source of conflict among you. It's like among us, but just you. When I die, the source of conflict among you all die with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
It can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning.
It's bold. I would assume Tina would have just instantly started murdering everyone. Just, like, screw the rules, just slice and dice them.
Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I know you guys been through a lot, but it's also only been, like, what, a few weeks? But also, oh. I never had people like you in my life. Oh, okay, we're treasured friends. Then, Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us. She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
That was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally,
Hmm.
I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry. But please don't be sad. If I can throw out the mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. I mean, he just will continue, right? Like, you didn't throw out anything, you just... it will just continue on like someone killed you. Like, you're dead, you're not there. Yeah, they don't have a spy, but that doesn't mean that doesn't mean it won't continue. But also, I guess she did. She must have told them about Ultra Ego. Oh yeah. Yeah, Hina did almost kill everyone. You're right. Yeah. See, that's what my brain is like. Sakura, if I was Sakura, I would be like, Hina just gonna kill everyone. And it's true. She almost did. In the most effective way. This is the plan that I have chosen. The path. This is the path I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. You know, unless Monokuma, I don't know, finds it and uses it against you guys, as in giving you a fake note, left somewhere in a more direct line of sight. When did she do this writing? Because she's in her bedroom. Because there's a bed over there? Maybe? Maybe not. She's somewhere. She's writing this. How far ahead did she think? I guess maybe the day before? I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Bakura, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions, not words. Hopefully then they will see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible.
Such a big heart.
Hina, whatever it takes, survive.
Mm-hmm.
Survive along with everyone else.
I swear to God, if Hina doesn't survive this, if Hina isn't the one walking away victorious, I'll be upset.
No matter what, just survive.
I mean, we're only... I was going to be like, well... I keep thinking about Hiro. Hiro wasn't wrong yet. No one did murder each other. But then I realized there's 2 more chapters after this. And still 6 people? Question mark? This is... I don't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were so close and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyways. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one. Okay, that's why you let us do this, because you wanted to one-up someone who tried to one-up you. She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has to be decided. What? What do you mean, next victim? No one here blames anyone. First, no, me looking around the room, no one blames anyone, right? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste. Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together. I think only Braca really needed that lesson. He's the only one that hasn't really been helpful. I mean, Toko... it hasn't been working against us. But everyone else has been pretty chill. Damn straight. This is all because of your misplaced hatred. Our misplaced hatred. I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, no one else.
What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyways, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. Oh, lovely Baka, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match, and only way to survive is to win. He did. The only person that I said needed the lesson hasn't learned it. There can be no doubt that these are the rules of the game, which is why I'm bowing out of the game. Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. We've been saying that from Braca, we said this from the beginning. We said this from the beginning. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game. There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement, which is why no one else was playing. The only other person actually playing the game was Celeste, and the tiniest bit, Sayaka and Leon. Like, there was only 4 of what, 15 were participating. Which is why I'll no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? No, I have only one thing to look forward to, and it is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. You were being controlled until just now. Braca, does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever Master goes, I go, and if the mastermind turns out to be... What? Oh. Wherever Master goes, I go. If the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Maybe I can catch on fire? Okay. Everyone? Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? How boring. But nothing good can come from this. I'm still going to be the one having a fun time. The fun time? Anyways, let's not forget about the good-for-nothing backstabber, and get right on... Oh, let's forget about the good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track. It's the moment you all been waiting for. Punishment time. Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead? You're not gonna take her just dead body and just throw her onto the trap. It's like, okay, she's just getting mangled now. Isn't it me? Oh heavens no. Just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Again, it's just her dead body just floop and just gets destroyed somehow. I don't know what punishment she would get. I guess too many weights. In the old-fashioned time where they just put so many rocks on you that you just crush. Didn't I tell you I'm very particular about the bear times 1 rule? Bear times 1. Okay, I don't know what that means. I don't know what bear times 1 is a reference to. But I spend so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. Okay, so it is for her. So, my special punishment, I've prepared a special guest. A special guest?
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Oh. Okay, so the trans person dies twice. And I don't view... I don't view Chihiro as trans, but also, I guess he did say he feels. Because he says it's ticklish. Excavator Destroyer. Dang, that would be messed up if that was Sakura. So this is what would have happened to her if she killed someone else. Oh, she was turned into a ball. she would have been turned into the ball. Not really. Oh. Monokuma Ball is, I guess, strength and construction? Or is that supposed to be the dojo getting destroyed? Because that's her biggest fear, was the dojo being destroyed, and construction destroying the dojo? You suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk. That really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say the post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. Oh, for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Yeah, I do like chicken, I gotta admit. There is an unofficial guide that documents executions not used in the game, basically for everyone who survived or was murdered. Oh, I would love to see that. I know it's like unofficial, but that's my biggest thing. It's like kind of seeing what a special punishment would be, because it kind of plays on your ultimate, like she's the ultimate. Don't read too into your sentence. 1 second. I was like, wait. For anyone who survives or was murdered, the execution guide were not as good as the executions. Okay. But yeah. So it's like, I guess her physical strength was used against her because her body couldn't handle would work for Sakura. And then if that was supposed to be kind of like the dojo being destroyed, because she mentioned that being her biggest weakness. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulent, grilled is where it's at. Oh, I see. I like fried chicken. Maybe that's just me. I like fried chicken. It's so good. I mean, I like a lot of chickens. Boiled, though, not so much. It smells bad. Okay, so this is how Alter Ego gets placed out of the game, though. Because I was like, are we just going to leave him? But he was placed in the other room. Oh, we couldn't. We didn't get any information, though. No help sent? I wonder if that comes back. Like, he did send out something, or he did learn something. Or something, you know. But that doesn't make sense, because he just said that he spent having this special execution prepared for Sakura. That, as much as that actually kind of works out with the whole getting crushed thing that I mentioned with the rocks, with the Monokumas, and then being her ultimate being a fighter. But they thought they said that there was an ultimate. This was her ultimate. Not her ultimate. This was her execution. Because they put too much work in, and he's just going to sub someone else out. But it couldn't just be anyone. I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul. My disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned into fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It boiled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend. I care more about Sakura's death and his meddling with the note more than a computer, even if, because again, it's not like Detroit Become Human, when it was like, yes, this has feelings and emotions. Like, there's other AIs and other media that I'm like, oh, okay, this is like human, or what we classify as the same level as being human as us, where I just didn't view Alter Ego as that much. Like, I don't know if that pain of getting crushed by the excavator would have been the same as a human in the same situation. You know what I'm saying? I guess, but they did mention it. But it's weird because you can't code that because there's no way your computer can feel the outside of it on the plastic. It can only feel like a mouse pad or maybe keyboards if they're actually being pressed down. And you can assign that to being pain, you know, kind of like our brain does with our nerves. But if you can't feel the outside of the computer, I don't know. Anyways, that's not the point. I personally, Makoto, I would have said this with the note thing. That's just where I'm at. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him. Is this not what you call an animism? Where a soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as a fact.
So, you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Shihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew. You were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge. Well, I mean, the data on that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you? Or maybe more like an award in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult. So, of course, I didn't care if you got access to that. So I guess I wonder if Monokuma knew that there wasn't too much on there. I don't remember the information Alter Ego gave us, but I don't think it was like game breaking, maybe. But sneaking into the network was just so personal, so I had to do a little, you know, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Oh, it's kind of a little bit of a foreshadowing, you know, sacrificing himself, then Sakura sacrificing herself. Yeah, the punishment time had made me feel a billion times better. Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everyone who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends. There's a flash flood warning. Of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I don't know why I'm being higher pitch. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this. Holy moly, you're super mad, like just unreasonably upset. Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need you to read the postscript. Postscript? Yeah, there's still a bit more left in Sakura's note. Huh? Do you have your attention? Okay then. Then we go. There we go. Prepare your ears for a decadent tone of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully, it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the school. What? A clue? I've spoken with the headmaster off and on the whole time I've been here. And so I've learned one thing. Which is, the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and you've been hip deep in spoiler territory. Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. What? You can't just stop the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even frickin' know, huh? That's the whole point, stupid. Is to get you back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this? What is it now? There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Oh wait, is that her speaking? And that's seriously it. My AI theory. Nope. My VR theory could make sense. So now, what a stubborn loser, huh? She wouldn't lay down and die. She will fight you. Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say? Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try and get some rest, you know? And maybe take time to reconsider how you approach the school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long and hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. The mastermind did something to us. Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over. What did you do? What did you do to my body? What? Answer me. What did you do to my body? Like I said, I just like, for me, and I guess they're younger, I get, you know, I dye my hair different colors, which isn't that big a deal. I have been having the same haircut for a while, but I have tattoos and piercings and stuff. So if that was correct, my theory of a time skip, I would be like, the heck? What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? Oh, never mind, I didn't think that way. And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off, and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, but that's not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that. So, the class trial is over and Monokuma is gone? So, now, what do we do? What else is there other than to head back up? Yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But, must still feel responsible. Huh. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat. I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out. I mean, he's right. You suck. Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. Huh? That's totally wasn't normal, right? Did she like rocket? Sakura was dead for less than a day. Girl. Did she just capture his flag? No. I can't suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master. What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him? Sleazeball? That's right. I called you a sleazeball because you are a sleazeball. Apparently you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends. Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abusive give and take me. Okay. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. But yeah, I want to also mention that, like, yeah, I made a joke about characters being, like, bisexual and stuff, but especially with Toko being the kind of predatory gay mixed with perverted character, it's, like, not really predatory gay, that's a very Western thing, but the perverted character being bisexual is not a new thing, but if you just twist it in the right way, we pretend it is good, or non-harmful. Okay, so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime.
Do we want to hang out with one person tomorrow and then call it middle of the day then?
Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why I'm reading this. Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, deep into sleep. I also wonder if something's going to happen, so we'll see what happens. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep, but that night still wasn't over for me. We're getting very sleepy. Oh, I only have 2 free time events left. Oh no. Oh, do I want to do them? Like, do I want to do at least one? That means things kick off. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. But yeah, we're getting real sleepy. And we fell asleep that one day when we couldn't even plan to have a free time event. It just like, bye, we're asleep now. And then talked about illness with Hina. Oh, I don't know. I just like usually keeping it as not 3 hours long. Mainly I just don't want to keep playing. I have to stop myself from playing too much, or else I would just binge play it for so long. I could hear a voice. Wake up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from deep... See, this is what I'm saying, that things will happen. We'll see, have to see when I get up. The voice dragged me from deep slumber into a haze of half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Oh.
Yes, it's me. Kimiko?
Yes, I just said it was me.
I said yes.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Okay. The time unknown. I thought it said the unknown. I'm like, oh my god, where are we? In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door. It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious? How long have we been in this school with murders? There has been murders and you leave your door unlocked?
Hey,
Anyways, we don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. Of course. Girl, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? The witching hour. I just like leave. It's like, What if I could go to the bathroom? Will it tell me? Oh no, we're just thinking about Sayaka. Oh. How long are we going to be stuck here, living out this school life? Apparently only for 2 more free time events. It's so late, what happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask. I'm going to click through it because I don't want to miss anything like I did previously. A favor? From me? Okay, never mind. She's like, oh, not the panel. You didn't even give me a coin for that. That's so late, what happened?
Makoto.
Okay. What's your favor?
So,
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? Which one? I'm not going just to lay down and die. I will fight you. So you're thinking, VR as well, right? Right, Kyoko, right? We're on the same board with that? Because of one line that was just like, oh, I feel so tired, like, there's screens in front of my eyes. Like, right? Basing all of that on that. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan on to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. I don't like whispering. Just the idea of it. Ugh. The data center on the 4th floor. What?
goodbye.
I'll meet you there I'll meet you there. Me just going back in bed like, I'll see you then. Without another word, she was gone. What the? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center. But I thought it was locked. Map. Can I go to Gachapon? Or is that closed? No, it can't be closed because we've got to go through the... Can't fast travel here? Okay. I'm gonna walk it then. Oh. I made my... No Gachapon in the middle of the night. I made my way... Just imagine showing up to Kyoko and she's just like, where have you been? And I'm just like holding 20 gifts, like, nowhere. I guess I really do need to... I guess for 2 events, I probably will hang out with Kyoko both times, because I never hung out with Kyoko. I made my way into the after-hours school, and I headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird, she said she'd meet me. Is she maybe inside already? I put my hand to the door with a certain amount of effort. Rattle, rattle, rattle. It didn't open. I tried again, but... Rattle, rattle, rattle. It must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor?
What's this?
Ho ho, what are you doing up, mister? Breaking into a locked room is, incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Well, you're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, huh? Right? But, you can see that you don't. I can see that you don't. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself. It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. You didn't give... I'll get there. Junko. Got it. You didn't give Junko a friendly reminder. You gave Mondo time to escape the bomb. You didn't kill Sakura, and you reminded me. Saying, It would be much more interesting if this game would just kill everyone. But I guess that's not what Maka was for. So I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or, are you gonna try and tell me that you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. Oh, somebody grumpy. Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
What's wrong now? Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko. Now... Oh, okay.
You guys?
Whatever, the two of you, just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure. You got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Okay. Yeah. Go on. Get out of here. Shoo. Get. Skedaddle. Now we left and we went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hold on. Listen, what was that all about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked. Like it was always, I think. And then she shows up late, and we leave without checking a single thing? What was the point of all that? Don't worry about it. I figured that's what would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, goodbye. She's upset that I didn't tell her about Sakura. You don't tell me diddly-doo. Sure. And then, that was over. But, as I turned to leave...
Mikuro Ikusada.
That's not me. Maybe it is. You know my name. Kyoko is right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mikuro Ikusada.
Okay, I don't know. Is that a name?
The 16th student. Lying hidden somewhere in the school.
Okay, so it was the dojo, not the person I thought was the one being held hostage. But it was the dojo, not the 16th student. So where's the 16th student? Alone for weeks?
The one they call the ultimate despair.
Oh.
Watch out for her.
For her. Like I said. Spoilers? Question mark? It's not spoilers, it's just a theory. They say the mastermind, they, it's a girl, ultimate despair. I figured it out like the game gave it to me, because it did. Watch out for her. Chapter 4, All-Star Apologies. Yeah. The end. Do. Oh. We already knew there was a 16th student. Why did we add it now? I was like, wait, it's confirmed. No, wait, we already knew that. Ah. Thanks. You received the, altar lump. Save? Yes. Achievement? Yes.
Mikuro Ikusada.
We're back at it. What?
Mikuro Ikusada. The 16th student. Lying hidden somewhere in the school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Okay. Kyoko told me to watch out for her. Mukuro Ikusaba. Saba means mackerel in Japanese. It doesn't matter because it's part of a different word. I just know that. Because I knew a friend named Saba. But she was from Pakistan. She just thought it was funny that her name meant mackerel. What was that was 3 days before the next incident. Oh! I was going to wait until the morning, but or like wait until the night was over, but next incident. Okay. So I'll see what happens when I don't know where to save and end, you know? 3 days before we would be faced with another murder. Oh! 3 days before the worst thing so far would reveal itself. The worst thing so far? More than your friends getting murdered in front of you? More than being kidnapped and locked in a school? Chapter 5. 100-mile dash, pain of a junk food junkie. Junk food junkie? Who's a junk food junkie? In the meantime, the day after Sakura's class trial, that morning in the dining hall. Okay, yeah, we're gonna save it. We're gonna... Nope. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, Barbara. We ain't doing this. I was wondering how long the night was going to go, but I thought it was going to be a Monokuma theater, but instead, we're stopping it right here. Barbara looks so evil in the comic books, though. The finale of each trial, it looks so evil. Yeah, when I mentioned... Was it... I think I mentioned it before, but when I mentioned... Mad Mod. He looks like Mad Mod from Teen Titans, the cartoon. And my sibling was like... What? I'm like, you know Mad Mod? No, it was the other way around. I was talking about something else. And I said it reminded me of... I don't remember his name. Oh my goodness. Manifesto? No, I'm gonna go with that. And he's a magician, but he has like green skin, long nose, and he's a magician. He has like a top hat, a deck of cards, and woo. And I mentioned that, and my sibling just kept going Mad Mod, and I'm like, no. And I kept trying to, because at that point I also didn't remember what his name was. And I'm like, no, it's not Mad Mod. And she's like, I'm pretty sure you mean Mad Mod. I'm like, no. Anyways. I should rewatch Teen Titans is what I'm thinking. I should also rewatch the Knives Out. Yeah. Knives Out was good. I really liked that. Was a really good mystery movie. Sometimes mystery movies are like, here's evidence that wasn't on screen that is literally the whole reason why the case was was solved now, and I'm just like, boo. That sucks. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it now. I'm gonna walk away. So, but yeah, as always, thanks for being here, dude. Very nice. It was much better playing with someone than playing alone, which is the whole reason why I stream. Because it's fun. It's more fun that way. Yeah. What did you say last time? I don't remember. Oh yeah, getting through this game, and then we'll talk about the next one. I am intrigued because my sibling hasn't played any more of the next one, so she hasn't told me anything about it because she doesn't know anything. But I am intrigued to know how it goes, because I do like some of the color palette, and I didn't think of spoilers just to see what they look like, so I looked at them, and I like some of their designs. There's one that I really don't like, because it doesn't seem like he fits. He's like a tiny chef guy. I don't think he fits in the art style, but again, obviously no spoilers, and no point talking about it, but I'm wondering, I'm like, I want to play, because I know somebody says, after playing the first one, don't look it up, because you might get spoilers for the following games, so I'm like, oh, but if they're all connected, so I do hope the second one gets, I want my sibling to play it so I know if I should. But yeah. Anyways, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave. Goodbye.